We come up to Ipswich today. Got a broken glow plug in number 4. The other 3 have been done. That pulls out of the center. Then we'll drill it out and I'll show you some videos, some finished videos. Alright, so we're going to start drilling out the glow plug. Main thing is keep it clean so we can make sure we stay on center. The good thing is they do have a hole down the guts, so it keeps you on center slightly, but as you can see the position we're in, it's still quite difficult. It's pretty good. Not drilling anymore, so pretty sure that's just spinning in the hole. So what we'll do, I'll try a little easy out in there and try and grab it and pull it out. If not, I'll tap a thread down the guts and we'll pull it out. Right, so a lot of the time with the glow plugs, as you can see, it's the thread that's stuck. The old glow plugs look pretty clean down through. As you can see, that one's bent, so they had a bit of trouble getting him out. Because I've been doing this for a while, I sort of know what I can and can't get away with. So we'll just put a little easy out down there and try and give it a turn and pull up, and there you go, there's the glow plug. So I'll put a little stopper down the hole and repair the thread. So I've got a whole lot of different glow plugs cut down with threads in the end. So what I do is I just measure the right one, I drop it in the hole, drill out everything, and then pull that out at the end, and then nothing will go down the hole and get in top of the cylinder. Alright, so what we do first, again, it's got the thread in there, so I put that down first. Use this to make sure that there's no carbon and that's not going to get stuck in the hole, because the last thing you want to do is drop that in there and it's too big or seizes where the nozzle is or where the electrode is, and it gets stuck. So you just give it a good whack around. Yep, you know that's going to be fine. So then I can drop that in there, push it to the bottom, and I know I can get that out later. Just turn that and pull it out. So once I'm finished the job and get all the swarf out and knock the tang off the coil, I just pull that out when I'm finished. So then we grab the verniers, we measure the thread, got 8mm, 8x1 kit, get the tap, run it up and make sure the 1mm pitch is the same. There are thread files you can use and get the pitch right, but I've been doing this for a while, so I sort of know what everything is. With glow plugs, they have to be perfectly straight because they seal down the end. So that thread and that sealing tape down there has to be concentric with each other. So I've got a tap guide machined up for glow plugs, only the 8mm. So preferably that goes down, sits on the face like that. Then we'll get the tapping drill. All the kits come with a standard custom drill to suit the kits. Got 8mm. And again, you need to make sure your drill's perfectly straight here as well. You drill down a bit. Draw that clean, get your mirror, make sure you're drilling square so you look at the shiny stuff on each side, and then you can follow the drill path and make sure you're holding your drill straight. Very difficult where we are here, but see how we go. Not see how we go, I've been doing this for too long now. I sort of just come and get the job done. Let's see that. Keep going down. If you want to tap it down and get a full coil length in here. So because of that glow plug nozzle down there, you don't have to worry about the mess. That's good. And you've got the tap and drive. Again, like the other videos, I grind these little edges down and they fit in nicely like that. Got the tap guide, we'll run him in there like that. So I find the flat first. And just slowly start the tap. Again, being a glow plug, this can be quite difficult. Sometimes even with the guide I have to try and square it up a few times. It's even getting down in here with the guide, it's very hard to hold the guide square, tap and everything, so just do what we have to do and go to the next job. You can see the thread start getting tapped. Looks really nice and square. And once you get to a certain depth, you can take the guide away and just use the tap. But as I'm a fitter and turner, I just make all the stuff I need. Don't sublet much work out. I get everything done myself. So this mob up in Ipswich is waiting for someone else to turn up. They came and walked away, and I've just driven up from the Gold Coast today. So I've got this one and a BMW to do after here, up here. Try and make it worthwhile and do a few jobs at once sometimes. Otherwise we're driving all the way out here. It's expensive just for the one job. And that's all done with the guide. We've come to the stop. Let's have another look. Yep, pretty happy with that. So these glasses don't make it easy to get close. I can only get so close. Then obviously setting like a camera somewhere in this area just doesn't work, because if I put the camera there, my hands are in the way. If I put a camera anywhere, my hands are in the way. So these glasses are sort of the only option I could come up with filming a lot of my jobs. They want to go down pretty much until the thread of the tap's gone. That way I know I can get a full length of coil in the hole. Glow plugs don't have a lot of load, but they need a little bit because they need to fight the compression of the motor. They need to seal, etc. So as long as I get one full thread length in there, I'm pretty happy. And continue winding it out. Fingers start getting oily, so everything gets slippery eventually, and it's hot. You can see the sweat. And the swarf off, bit of brake cleaner down the hole. I'll just show you how that the glow plug lug works. Just wind the tool in like that. You can pull the whole lug out. Right, we'll just leave that in there for a bit longer because I still need to fit the coil and pull the drive tang off. So actually I like to pull these out. Then I just fit the glow plug to get the thread depth. So it's that starter thread there. So the top of the thread of the glow plug goes probably 3 turns below the head surface. So that way I know where the glow plug needs to sit in the head. I know what depth to fit my coil. I've got the 8x1 coil. The installing tool. A lot of my installing tools go missing. I cut them to get in smaller spots or stuff like that, so I end up having one tool for 3 different sizes. And run him in like that. As you can see, we just wind it down. So that's the top of the hole there, and then my coil depth is to there. So sort of utilising the full thread you get on a plug. The plugs don't give you much thread, so you want to, so it sits about there under the cylinder head. So wind the coil down and then you can get full thread. And then you can put him back in there. That's where the coil sits. So you want to turn him to here, give him a hit. It breaks the tang off. Grab a magnet. So this can pull the electrode out as well, but you try and just fish the tang out. That way you know you got all the dangerous bits. Usually like throwing them around. Usually like to keep everything pretty clean for the customer. Sometimes you do a bit of a throw and then realise. And we'll put him in there, pull the electrode out, and then we'll dummy fit the new one. So when installing glow plugs, always put never sees on there. As you can see, I don't usually do the mechanical side, so I don't have many long series sockets. Might have to go ask the customer. Alright, customer's lent us a socket. It's a blue point, so if you borrow stuff, make sure you give it back. It is an 8mm, so not as important as a 10, but you know, any tool's a good tool. So yeah, just drop it in and hopefully this just goes in nicely. Oh, look at that. Just like a fucking bought one. Don't usually swear, but job's done. Just double check it nips up. Yep. And then I don't install the parts, I always just fit them, make sure they work, and then it's up to the customer to install. No thread damage, perfect. And it's done. Glow plug on a Holden Colorado.